Yo, what's up? How's everyone doing? It's Pokemon Battles Network, and today, as always, I am bringing another Oras Wi-Fi battle. And this Wi-Fi battle is against someone named Sabair, and this was a pretty competitive Wi-Fi battle in both sides. You guys will see that I start to catch up, but then he starts to catch up as well. I will not waste any time mentioning the teams. You guys will see it on your screen. So I know you guys are here just to watch the battle and not watch me talk all this time, so like for 1 minute. So anyways guys, let's just enjoy this awesome battle, and the good predictions, the bad predictions, and also the competitive battling in both sides. So anyways, let's start. So Sabair is used to in a challenge. He sends out his Espeon, and me not knowing what to expect, I just wanted to get an Intimidator of any Pokemon that comes out first from his side. So I end up switching out into my Hoopa because I thought he was going to throw out a Psychic type move, and the first time he didn't, but the second time he did, and that doesn't do a lot because Hoopa is Dark and Psychic. So I think he predicted his Espeon will be bulky enough to resist that Shadow Ball, but it was a critical hit, and I end up getting the win in the first turn. So he sends out his Jolteon next, and I was afraid right here because, well, I wasn't that afraid. You know, I made a lot of bad predictions. I thought he was going to throw out an Electric type move on me, but instead he played smart and he used a Shadow Ball. So shoutouts to him for that. So, but that doesn't end up knocking me out. And he sends out his Loudpony, and I use Stone Edge. I just wanted to get some damage, and that does a decent amount of damage. You know, he cuts him off to half his HP. So I knew he was going to throw out an Ice Punch because all the Mega Loudponies have it, and I switch out to my Gyarados, you know, to get advantage of that Intimidate. So it was a Mega Loudpony, and he ends up Mega Evolving, and he did have an Ice Punch, so I made a good prediction right there, and he ends up freezing me in the first hit. So I was like, damn, the hacks are real right now. So he's just taking advantage of this moment and keeps using Drain Punch, and that eventually makes his HP go up. And I was like, damn, that's so bad luck. That's really bad luck. And I end up switching out. And I switch out into my Hoopa. And he used Ice Punch, you know. And he probably thought he was going to get another Freeze Hats. But that's not the case. He withdraws. And he sends out his Arcanine. And Arcanine is not really a big problem right here, so I end up switching out, and I switch out to my Gyarados. And Gyarados is still frozen, so he's just Flamethrower. I'm like, sweet, I'm going to unfreeze you. Thank you very much. So I throw out, and I switch out. And I switch out into my Garchomp. And because I know Garchomp could take an E-Speed, and Garchomp takes it very well, and he uses Close Combat. And I was like, damn, this is gonna do a decent amount of damage. So it's just letting himself it's just going to get himself knocked out, because I think he forgot that I did carry a Rock type move of this Garchomp, so he forgot. So, and he sends out his Loudpony, thinking he's probably gonna speed out, but I didn't want to risk it even though I was in low health. So I switch out, and I switch out into my Hoopa, and he uses Ice Punch, so he wants to get the freeze, and he outspeeds in the second turn, and my Hoopa goes down. So that sucks for me. But then I set out my Gyarados, you know, to get that Intimidate off. That's why I end up switching. That's why I didn't want to risk my Gyarados. So he uses High Jump Kick, and that's enough to take me down, but it doesn't take me out. But I was surprised there, and I used Thunder, but that doesn't do a lot of damage, so he uses Quick Attack and ends up knocking me out right there. So like I said, this battle was very competitive, both sides, so I sent out my Machamp. My Machamp is carrying the Toxic Orb, because he does have Guts at its ability, so he ends up switching out, and he switches out into his Grand Bull. So what I did right here is I ended up bulking up, and he sees that I have the Toxic Orb, but then I was surprised he did have it, like his own Toxic Orb set. So he uses Double Edge, and thank God he missed, but then he used Roar, and then he sends out my Soul Rock. And I was kind of worried right here, I didn't know what his Grand Bull was going to do, so I ended up switching out to my Skuntank, because I think he was going to use a Fairy type move on me, but he uses Crunch, so I made a really good prediction right there. Because not only did I predict that he was going to throw out a Fairy type move, but also a Dark type move. So here he is with a Fairy type move, and all I did was Sunny Day, you know, because I wanted to get a strategy off right here from Sunny Day. He wasn't expecting that. He was like, what the heck? What is he doing? So he ends up getting more damage because of the Toxic Orb. And then he uses another Play Rough, and he ends up knocking me out. So he was catching up to me real quick. But then my Aftermath ends up cutting his HP to half. So he was getting, like his Grand Bull was almost out of the battle because of the Toxic Orb. So my Machamp, healthy, he wasn't gonna take that very well. So that was a stupid play on my part. I used send out my Machamp so it could die, so I wasn't paying attention. So I ended up sending out my Garchomp. And he sends out Lopunny, and his Lopunny finishes my Garchomp off with a critical hit and a super effective type move by 4. So I send out my Soul Rock. He uses High Jump Kick, and that does a lot. So at this moment I'm like, damn, he's going to like make a sweep here. So I ended up losing, but like I said, that was a pretty competitive battle. You know, we both had fun, and yeah, it was a pretty good battle. So anyways guys, I hope you liked this battle. I'm sorry for not uploading that much, but this is something I will do, and later on I will make tier battles. So make sure you guys stay up and follow me on Twitter for more updates. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching as always, and see you all later.